Hi, my name's Georgia Graham, and today I'm going to read an excerpt from my chapter in the beautiful book Women Leading the Way. The reason I wrote my chapter and what I actually wanted to achieve through telling my story was to paint a picture of how damaging and limiting perfectionism is and how it can lead us to become truly disconnected from ourselves and who we are. So, my chapter is actually designed to be a love letter to myself and to any other woman who needs to read it, allowing them to accept themselves for who they are and to start connecting from a place of equality rather than a place of lack. I'm a firm believer in establishing true connections with yourself and with others. And I think I'm a testament of what can be achieved once you actually do that. My chapter is entitled Dear Georgia, and I'm going to read a couple of little different excerpts from it, but hopefully they all link together and make a little bit of sense for you today. Dear Georgia, I am not a victim of my life. What I went through pulled a warrior out of me, and it is my greatest honour to be her. Rupi Kaur. Georgia, the next 10 years will be difficult. You will hurt, you will grieve, you will have a long journey to find acceptance. You will grieve the years you think you have wasted. You will grieve the experiences that do not play out the way you had always imagined. You will feel defenseless and angry as you tell your story, only to be shamed and minimized. You will punish yourself for not having the strength and the courage to fight for your worth and to protect your unborn son. Georgia's checklist. Achieve an ATAR result in the 90s. Get a scholarship to university. Graduate with distinction. Meet the perfect man. Build a successful career. Buy a house. Get married. Have 2 children. Live happily ever after. My path was based on what I assumed would impress others, and I wouldn't dare deviate from this. I convinced myself that ultimate failure was for someone to look at me and think I was achieving merely what was expected. I had to exceed expectations. Maybe it was because I grew up in a family of quiet overachievers, a family of incredibly intelligent and generous people who had attained wealth and thereby met my distorted definition of success. I became so hungry for the kind of praise that only came when people were genuinely shocked by my abilities and achievements. It seems like this hunger for external validation was the perfect fuel for my determination. So, what does sharing my story have to do with leadership? What do I want you to gain from what I have shared? I was chasing perfection, and just when I thought people would believe I had reached it, the game changed. Perfection is an unattainable lie. As women, we grow up with an impression of what our lives should look like, and it very closely mirrors the checklist I shared earlier. Be ambitious, but don't look like you're trying too hard. Be beautiful, but it must be effortless. Follow the path that has been walked by so many women before, and don't you dare deviate. Deviation equals failure. This constant striving for perfection has become another stick to beat ourselves with. Happily ever after is the ultimate goal, but in truth, a fairy tale ending is uninspiring. I spent so many years putting an unending amount of pressure on myself to be perfect. It led to me becoming competitive, jealous, insecure, and someone who sought connection as a means of fulfilling my need for external validation. Chasing perfection is like climbing a ladder where the top is constantly just out of reach. You never feel truly fulfilled or satisfied. By trying to be perfect, I was attempting to protect myself from rejection. And in doing so, I had completely rejected myself. At what point did I deem myself to be not enough? The ultimate goal is to live and lead authentically, to show people who we are truly, our unvarnished selves, and to connect vulnerably. Connection to self is the most important form of connection. I lived my life connecting with others from a place of lack and scarcity. I needed external validation to feel worthy, and in the process, I lost sight of my authenticity. It is very easy to become disconnected from both our internal and external worlds when we aren't living authentically. My journey to reconnecting with myself has been long and it's been hard. It is hard to accept your imperfections. I often say to people that when I look back at the Georgia of 3 years ago, she is completely unrecognizable. I was a shell of myself. Everything I did and said was carefully designed to protect other people's opinion of me. I had concealed all the things that truly make me who I am. I'm funny, I'm a smart aleck, and I thrive off true connection and find purpose in helping others. It is so exciting to admit that I love these things about myself. From a business sense, truly connecting to myself has helped me find purpose and build a business designed to help others. Through my business, I connect with other women who I get to teach and empower. Once I accepted who I was, it was absurd how quickly I found clarity and how quickly my business grew. Thank you so much.